It's interesting hearing you talk because I come from I don't have kids, but I'm like full-time auntie all the time and I love it. And I really allowed them into my life to see the entrepreneur journey. And my one little niece was trying to do something. And I said, do you want help? She said, no, auntie, I can do it. I said, you can do it. She said, I know, I read your sign in your office every time I'm in there. I can do anything. And I was like, holy shit, like one sign on my wall that she just keeps seeing for myself is what's inspiring her. But listening to this is like, I'm trying to break down the paradigm of all of us adults that are in the system, that are products of this system that's distorted. And you're trying to do it on the kid level, which is so interesting. And it's both just breaking down these paradigms of what used to be within a system that doesn't serve who we actually are as a soul, having a human experience. It's so interesting to hear you speak about this.
Well, I know, and there's the lesson that I was like, if we can, I've given up on adults. Like, no, sorry, you guys are spoiled, ruined. Let's start younger. And then maybe, that's not true. I don't believe that in the least, but yeah, I do believe it a little bit. But yeah, being able to get in their heads and starting at such a basic level as my girls, to be like, you don't have to know what your courage is right now, because it's going to be different. Different people show up in different ways. And so what's courageous for you is not courageous for me per se. But if we can start to get their minds around just how do we approach fear? How do we approach challenge? What's some of that? And do that in those three very specific buckets. At least with my daughters, it doesn't mean that I don't have courageous kids all the time. I don't have smart kids all the time, and they're complete a-holes once in a while. But it gives us context for conversations so that we're able to talk about it. They talk to me about being afraid all the time. And it's such an awesome, awesome conversation to have, because I never went up to my parents with that. So we start to frame it and start to develop language around it. We start to develop habits around it. Well, then when they get older and they need that courage, it's a tool in their box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the experiment goes.
Yep.
Well, even hearing you use dialogue of beautiful, I think back to my journey. You know, I was in such a distorted, dark place and I was in a psych ward. But if I actually look back and think of what allowed me to move through that without the mindset part, was my mom my whole life told me I was beautiful. And I was an overweight kid and I was always third looked over. And she just always told me I was beautiful. Every day, you're just beautiful. It wasn't anything other than you're a beautiful being. You're beautiful. And like still to this day, when I go through challenges, I'm like, no, I'm a beautiful person. I'm a beautiful being. And like just hearing you say that earlier totally resonated with me. I was like, man, that's going to do more benefit than you know, because beautiful is such an undistorted vibration in our reality. But if you can anchor that in, it's like game changer.
Yeah. And thank you. And I stumbled on it, but been around women. My mom and my sister were the ones who raised me more than my dad. And I was like, if I can get them to that point where they can just say that, it's like, no, I am beautiful. God, how much does the world need that? Not just for little girls, little boys. Everybody. Older girls.
Yeah.
Non-gender identifying anybody needs to feel beautiful and confident and all those types of things. So
cool.
I don't know. Just trying to figure out the puzzle.
We all are.
Right?
I think this piece fits here. Trevor, what do you think? Nope, that one doesn't fit there today. Let's try a different puzzle piece. I've
been jamming this puzzle piece in the same place for 20 years. Why isn't it fitting? Why am I so mad about that?
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch the full unedited episode, go ahead and click over here. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. Thanks so much.